to the Voters Accessibility Workshop. I'm Clerk Recorder Assistant to Teal Caddy.
I'm Shannon, Clerk Recorder Assistant 1.
My name is Gregory Diaz. I'm the Nevada County Registrar of Voters. Welcome.
We're going to be going over some information about the Voters Accessibility relating to the Voters' Choice Act, the new voting method that we are using in Nevada County. There will be 3 ways to return a ballot. You can use the postage paid envelope provided to you and sent out to you in the vote by mail ballots that you should all be receiving shortly. You can drop it in a drop box. There will be several around the county located in convenient places near transportation. And we also have vote centers where you can vote in person if you so choose, or if you need to replace a spoiled ballot or get help or assistance voting, and we will go over some of those methods today. Our first thing that we're going to go over is the remote accessible vote by mail ballot. So anyone is welcome to request a remote accessible vote by mail ballot. The link will be sent to your email that has been supplied to the elections department. Once you receive that link in your email inbox, this is what it will look like. So you will click on the link and then you will say continue. You're going to certify and confirm that you're eligible to access and use this system. You will fill in your first name and your last name. You will supply your birth date. And you will hit continue. You will say, I am a military or overseas voter, yes or no. Continue. So you can download your return materials, so it'll download all of your instructions. Otherwise, you may continue to the ballot marking application. It will bring up the ballot that you are supposed to vote in this election. And using your system at home, it will also read and help you mark your ballot as well so that you can do it independently. So you can make your ballot choices. Continue when you're done with that page. It will go back over your choices that you have selected in case you would like to change those. You can push continue, and then you can print your ballot independently from home, securely and independently. You may return it in an envelope that we have already provided in your vote by mail ballot. That's one way. Or you can use the downloading and instructions materials that's also supplied in this ballot marking source. So that is the remote accessible vote by mail. If you would like to receive one, you may call, and I have our phone number on here. It's 530-265-1298 to request a remote accessible vote by mail ballot, or you can email us, and I have that on this paper as well, and we'll have it on our website. Next on our agenda is going to be the accessible voting equipment. We have the e-slate here. This has been used for many years in Nevada County. So the election worker, staff member, will give you a code that you can put in so only you can access the ballot that you're supposed to be voting. So we'll use the turn dial.
3, 4. You have entered 4.
You will select
5,
your number as the
6,
sequence
7,
shows.
8. You have entered 8, 9, 0. Clear last digit 1. You have entered 1, 2.
So the code is
You have entered
4812.
2. Precinct CP01.
Official. ballot.
And it's
County
telling you
of
that
Nevada,
CP01
First
is your
Congressional
ballot,
District.
and we will be able to verify that before you even get your code, that you're getting the correct CP.
First State
And it'll
Senate
go
District.
through all of the, everything that's written on here, it'll go through the
First
headphones.
Instruction. Voter nominated and state.
And then you can choose for governor, it says vote for one,
There are.
Elmer
and you can
Fudd.
mark
Party
Elmer
preference,
Fudd
Literary. Hunter. George
or
Washington.
George
Party
Washington.
preference, none. President.
You have selected.
George Washington.
And it tells you which
Contest.
option
Governor.
you've selected.
Contest 2 of 10.
Betty Boot Paddington. Bear Power.
And if you only want to vote
Janet
on one
Ivanovich.
contest on the
Arby.
ballot, it does not
Contest.
void the
Teddy.
ballot at all. It's
Mem-
just fine to
Contest.
vote on
Yogi.
only one contest if
Strawberry.
that's your choice.
Judy.
Contest 6.
Al Mickey. Yes. Yes.
And then once you reach
Contest
the
10.
end of the ballot, it'll tell you end of the ballot. You'll hit enter,
End of ballot.
and then ballot, which is the red
Summary
button.
page. Turn the wheel to hear how
It
you
will
voted
tell
each
you
contest.
exactly how you
Governor George,
voted
Secretary of
on
State,
all your selections.
Measure.
And then you'll hit cast ballot again. It will print, we have a DRE, so it's a recording on the side. It has all your selections written on the paper.
Secretary of State.
And we can accept the page.
House of Representatives of the United States.
And you press cast ballot one more time. And the vote has been recorded. Does anyone have any questions regarding the remote accessible vote by mail ballot?
Yeah, I have a question. I wasn't aware of this particular method of voting. And who would be the types of people that would benefit from this?
The types of people, the types of voters that would benefit from this would be someone who has low vision or doesn't feel comfortable voting in the vote center, or also additionally somebody who's using like a sip and puff or their own computer software that would actually mark the ballot so that they can vote independently.
Are they going to receive a ballot in the mail as well?
They will get a ballot in the mail, and if they would like to mark that, however they would normally mark that or not normally mark that, that's up to them. But once their ballot is cast, once we mark it into our system, they can't cast another ballot. So there's never going to be a duplicate voting situation.
So because these ballots are mailed to our homes, they're dropped in the drop boxes or left in a vote center, what are the security measures that are put in place to prevent, say, my neighbor from taking my ballot and causing a duplicate?
So the way that we would prevent two duplicate votings occurring in the same election, and especially a fraudulent signing of a ballot, would be the envelope. So there's actually a security tab on the back. You're going to sign your mark or your signature, whichever the case may be, and then your neighbor or your friend isn't going to be able to duplicate your signature because we actually have a signature checking machine. And it's very, very good. It's extremely high tech. It's very up to date as far as security. It checks it in and marks that you have returned a ballot. If there's any question on your signature, it actually will kick it out and it'll make two other people actually have physical eyes on it. If there is any question of your signature, we will be in touch with you until we can rectify the situation. And then the correct ballot will be counted.
Does an accessible ballot sent from the elections office need to be sent back in a special envelope?
So there will be two ways that you can return that ballot that you've marked at home. You may use the downloadable materials that will have kind of the back of the envelope, and you can mail that in a separate envelope, but it has all of your check-in information on it. Or you may use the ballot return envelope that was provided with your original vote by mail ballot. Okay. So what I would like to implore you to do is join the Vaac, join our Nevada County Vaac, which is our voter accessibility committee. And we would like to have as much input from the Nevada County voters so that we can make this program, this voting program, the best for anyone with a disability to be able to cast their ballot independently and privately the way that it should be. So I do have signups over here. I have an invitation written up that you guys can read if you would like to take a look. It will be posted on our website at mynevadacounty.com/elections.
The committee that you're talking about, how many people, what's the maximum number of people on the committee?
There is no maximum. I would appreciate any and all input. I would appreciate any and all members so that we can get every aspect of things that I don't know about, Greg may not know about, but that we can get input and really make it tailored to everyone's needs.
Are there going to be regular meetings, or is this going to be done online, or how are you going to handle that?
There will be regular meetings to attend. Our next meeting is in July, and I could definitely send you an email regarding the agenda, and if you have an item that you would like to put on the agenda.
So this question is for those of us that live in the more rural areas. For instance, I live in South County. Is there a way to work with the elections office to get accessible transportation for a Vaac committee meeting? Or do you have a way for us to attend, say, online with Skype or something like that?
We could definitely work on like a WebEx where you could dial in and see the screen that we're seeing, and you could have we could have a conference call. That would be one way that we could definitely fit that need. Otherwise, you know, there is certain amount of public transportation, so if it would work, not at all. Okay, so we can work on that. And I do know that we have the Gold Country Lift might be able to. No, okay. So we will work on that and find a way that we can work best with you. The WebEx would be great for this kind of a situation, unless you do happen to be already doing, you know, something else up in town. I'm sorry. So the question was asked, how do we know which ballot to return or which envelope to return the vote by mail ballot in? So when you receive your ballot that's mailed to you, it's kind of as a package. There will be the outside envelope. There will be your ballot, your official ballot inside. There will be a voter information pamphlet that you can read online. All the information will be online. And additionally, there will be a green return envelope so you can feel it, because it won't be the one you're opening. So the only other option would be the one that you're going to return your ballot in. So that would work just fine for your remote marking. And if additionally, when you receive your ballot materials, if you have any questions, you could feel free to call the office. And we have a staff right now of maybe 7 temporary workers, and we're all aware of what's going on and what's coming out, what's going to be shown to you guys, what's going to be, you know, delivered in the mail. So you can definitely feel free to call us, and we can walk you through whatever part of it you need walk through.
To follow up on that, for those that don't have any internet access but need a large print ballot, for instance, is that available? Is the material available to us in large print?
With the large print, we have the information guide that would be in large print. We could perhaps mail you a flash drive that you could maybe. Do you have a home computer, or are you just speaking in general?
I'm speaking generally.
Okay, because we could send you a flash drive in which you could enlarge your screen if you at least have a computer capabilities. Otherwise, we have a large print state voter guide that we would be more than happy to mail to you. We also have the magnifiers for the ballot, if that would help while you're marking.
The Voter Accessibility Committee that you mentioned earlier, is that a meeting that happens regularly, like quarterly or on a certain day of the month?
We are scheduling those at 2-month intervals, so it gives us enough time to gather material and information that we can bring to the next meeting. and for you guys to bring your questions and concerns and anything that you've learned, or you think, hey, this state's doing this for voting, would that work here? And then we can kind of mold that over, but it gives us enough time to kind of bounce back and forth.
With the committee, we are planning to purchase new voting equipment in 2019 after this general election. We're hoping committee members can show up. We can talk about what we have, but also I'd like to have input on how we're going to approach buying new equipment, what's out there, so we can have a variety of input when we're making this really important choice, getting new voting equipment. So for now, short term, we're looking at the California Voters' Choice Act. But long term, next year, we're hoping you could be really integral and work with us as we pursue new voting equipment.
I'd like to say that it's great that new equipment is coming down the pike. I'm really excited about that process, and I'd love to be part of that conversation. I've been part of the testing of the new equipment from 2012 and before that, so it excites me to be a part of that.
That was great. We're really pleased, glad to bring the vote by mail election to Nevada County. We have the vote centers. My staff is just so good. Teal Caddy, congratulations. Christian Hamilton is here, and Shannon Paulus is here. And really, it's the staff that's going to make this just a fine election. Always is the staff that makes it really good. So if you have any questions, we want them. We want the feedback. And more importantly, when you get your ballot, please vote. Thanks.